Elaborate arrangements made for second phase of elections. Adequate security measures have been taken in Assam. Meghalaya Chief Minister informs that the State Cabinet to deliberate on amendment of Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Act 2016. Repolling for 19 polling stations in Outer Manipur Parliamentary Constituency to be on April 18, while EC orders repolling of 19 polling stations of 12 assembly constituencies of Arunachal Pradesh. All Manipur Students' Union observed 39th Mikap Tokpa Numit Realization Day, commemorating the death of 2 students who lost their lives over influx. And in cricket, birth anniversary of the 24th and last Jain Tirthankar, Lord Mahavir, is being celebrated across the country. A very good evening and welcome to the Northeast News. This is Hongita Kakuti Pathok, and now the news in detail. Elaborate arrangements have been made for tomorrow's second phase of Lok Sabha elections. 95 constituencies spread over 11 states and 1 union territory will go to polls in this phase. These include 38 constituencies of Tamil Nadu, 14 in Karnataka, 10 in Maharashtra, 8 in Uttar Pradesh, 5 each in Assam, Bihar and Odisha, 3 each in Chhattisgarh and West Bengal, 2 in Jammu and Kashmir and 1 each in Manipur and Puducherry. Earlier, 97 seats were scheduled to go to polls in the second phase. The elections to Vellore in Tamil Nadu was cancelled over allegations of excess use of money power, while election to Tripura East has been postponed to the third phase over law and order concerns. In Tamil Nadu, besides the 38 Lok Sabha seats, 18 assembly constituencies are going to polls tomorrow. In Assam, all arrangements have been made by the administration to ensure smooth polling tomorrow. Adequate security measures have been taken so that voters can avail their rights without fear. Provision for webcasting and video recording have also been made at some places. Over 68 lakh voters will decide the political fate of the 50 candidates in the second phase of elections. Polling will be held in 5 seats, that is Nagaon, Mongoldoi, Silchar, Karimganj and Autonomous District. All the 5 seats are likely to see straight or triangular fights. Voters witnessed intense campaigning due to the participation of several star campaigners. Congress, BJP, AIDUF, UPPL and left parties among others are in the fray. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma on Tuesday informed that the Cabinet in its next meeting will deliberate on the proposed amendment of the Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Act 2016. It may be mentioned that the state government is contemplating to incorporate an inner line permit-like mechanism in the proposed amendment of the existing act. Talking to reporters, Chief Minister, however, asserted that ILP is not an issue, but protecting the local indigenous people of the state is a priority. Conrad said that the ILP is only an option, while asserting that the government is looking at the best possible mechanism to address the problem of influx and illegal migrants into the state. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma said that Citizenship Amendment Bill has been the concern of every citizen of the Northeast and even the country as a whole. Talking to media persons at Shillong on Tuesday, Conrad said that this was an issue the people must have thought of during the campaign and the voting, adding that this is the reason why all political parties mentioned about the cab. Stating that the BJP right from the beginning has not changed its stand on the cab, he said that the NPP and the MDA government will continue to vehemently oppose any move to enact the cab even in the future.
From the government side, what are the points and what are the stand of the government?
Naga People's Coordination Committee, that is NPCC, has warned of various agitations, including business shutdown at Naga inhabited areas against announcement of repoll by the Election Commission only in Naga inhabited areas and approval of counting of votes for 3 assembly constituencies whose EVM machines were kept in illegally open strong room at Churachandpur DC complex. Speaking to media in this regard at Manipur Press Club on Tuesday evening, convener of the Naga People's Coordination Committee, Ashin Pao Gangme, said that EVM machines of 59 Saikot, 60 Singhat and 58 Churachandpur of the outer election held on April 11 were kept at the strong room of the Churachandpur DC complex. He claimed that observer and DC Churachandpur opened the strong room illegally without prior information in violation of the guidelines of the Election Commission on April 12. He condemned that that no action is taken despite complaining on the same to the concerned authority. NPCC announced business shutdown at the Naga inhabited areas from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on April 17 and April 18. Polling to Tripura East Parliamentary Constituency, slated for the second phase of the Lok Sabha elections on April 18th, has been deferred. It was announced late on Tuesday. After the notification issued by the Election Commission of India, the CEO of Tripura, Sriram Taranikanta, told media that polling will now take place in the seat on April 23rd in the third phase of the polls. He stated that the EC wants to hold the voting for East Tripura parliamentary elections more free, fair and peaceful than what has happened in the polling of West Tripura constituency. The state poll panel has recommended more forces to ensure tight security for the polling for East Tripura Lok Sabha constituency, he said, adding that all steps would be taken so that electors could exercise their democratic rights without any fear and intimidation. The ruling Bharatiya Janata Party has welcomed the decision of the Election Commission of India, that is ECI, for rescheduling voting for East Tripura LS constituency from April 18th to April 23rd. Tripura Education Minister Ratan Lal Nath, in a hurriedly called press conference at Agartala, said that the BJP always keeps faith on the free and fair electoral process, and the ECI's decision will make the electoral process free from biasness and neutral, he said. Nath alleged there was a ploy to create tension among the voters ahead of the elections, and two opposition parties, CPIM and Congress, did everything to disturb the peaceful atmosphere in the state. Manipur Chief Electoral Officer P.K. Singh announced that repolling will be held for 19 polling stations of Lok Sabha Outer Manipur Parliamentary Constituency on April 18th. He announced the same in the press meet held at the Chief Electoral Office in Lamphel on Tuesday evening. Speaking to the media, P.K. Singh stated that repoll will be held in polling stations where complaints of election rigging were raised. He said after scrutiny by concerned authorities, repoll has been granted at one polling station of Chandel district, 4 polling stations in Ukhrul district, 11 polling stations in Senapati district and 3 polling stations in Churachandpur district. P.K. Singh also stated that arrangements are all set to conduct Lok Sabha Inner Manipur Parliamentary Constituency election on April 18th. He also disclosed that Yai School and Bishnupur constituencies will be manned by all women polling personnel, while Lamlong polling station will be manned by disabled persons. In Arunachal Pradesh, the Election Commission has ordered repolling in 19 polling stations of 12 assembly constituencies of the state. Based on the report of concerned returning officers, the Commission has decided for repoll in 19 polling stations. Additional Chief Electoral Officer Kanki Darang told media persons in Itanagar today that the decision was taken due to either malpractices were reported in some places or EVM and VVPAT related issues. He said repoll will be conducted between 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Simultaneous poll for 60-seat assembly and 2 Lok Sabha seats in Arunachal Pradesh was held on April 11th last in a single phase. The All Manipur Students Union AMSU today observed the 39th Mikap Thokpa Numit, that is Realization Day, commemorating the death of 2 students who lost their lives during a protest in 1980 against influx of outsiders into the state. The observance commenced by hosting the AMSU flag at the memorial site of the 2 deceased students, Potshangbam Premananda and Huidram Loken in Singjame Pishum Chinga Macha. AMSU reasserted to protect indigenous inhabitants of the state and fight against any threat to natives, including the Citizenship Amendment Bill. Speaking to the media, AMSU President Laishram Peter stated that intention of the Indian government to implement the CAB is against the anti-foreigner movement initiated by AMSU. He reasserted that AMSU will continue their fight against any threat to indigenous inhabitants along with the people. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma said that the government has requested the Election Commission of India to allow the state government to resume the implementation of the ongoing important projects. The Chief Minister, while speaking to reporters at Shillong on Tuesday, said that the government is not talking about new projects or any new announcements, adding that these are routine projects which have already been sanctioned. He said that he is hopeful that the Election Commission will accept the request of the state government. Mahavir Jayanti, the birth anniversary of the 24th and last Jain Tirthankar, Lord Mahavir, is being celebrated across the country on Wednesday. It is one of the most sacred days for the Jains. Followers of Lord Mahavir celebrate this festival by chanting prayers, offering prasad and participating in chariot processions. President Ramnath Kovind, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have greeted the people on this occasion. In a message, the President said that Lord Mahavir's message of peace and non-violence has enriched our cultural heritage. In his message, the Vice President said, Bhagwan Mahavir's message of non-violence, truth and universal compassion illuminated a path of righteousness and honesty. The Prime Minister meanwhile said Bhagwan Mahavir is a shining beacon of tradition whose exemplary teachings have furthered the spirit of peace, harmony, brotherhood and non-violence. In Manipur, Imphal West Commando team conducted cordon and search operations from Nagamapal Road till Khuyathong crossing today as a part of security measures in relation to Lok Sabha polls. The team, under the supervision of additional SP Aribam Ghanashyam, carried out the search operations and verified altogether 414 individuals. 22 persons who failed to produce any identification documents were arrested. The team further conducted search operations at Pauna Bazar area. 235 individuals were verified during the drive, out of which 2 persons found without proper identification proof were picked up. The arrested persons were handed over to the city police station for further investigation. In IPL cricket, Sunrisers Hyderabad will host Chennai Super Kings this evening. The match will begin at 8 p.m. Hyderabad are currently 6th in the 18 points table with 6 points. They have 3 victories from 7 matches. Chennai, who are the defending champions, are at the top with 14 points. They have won 7 of the 8 games so far. Last night, Kings 11 Punjab defeated Rajasthan Royals by 12 runs at Mohali. Punjab are 4th in the table while Rajasthan are 7th. Royal Challengers Bangalore are at the bottom. Delhi Capitals are 2nd behind Chennai while Mumbai Indians are 3rd. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma said that the government has directed the deputy commissioners of the districts which are being hit by hailstone and cyclone to provide immediate relief measures. The Chief Minister said that he had reviewed the situation with the respective DCs and asked them to prepare on the eventuality to tackle any situation which may occur due to natural calamities. Several villages in the state were crippled after a cyclone wreaked havoc, damaging many houses, schools and uprooting trees. During the last few days, several places in West Jaintia Hills, West Khasi Hills and Garo Hills were severely hit by storm. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.